Yellowstone National Park, spanning across Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho, is not only the first national park in the United States, but also widely recognized as the first national park in the world. Established in 1872, Yellowstone represents a revolutionary idea that nature itself, in all its grandeur and complexity, is worthy of protection for public enjoyment, scientific study, and conservation. The park covers more than 3,400 square miles of forests, mountains, rivers, canyons, and geothermal features, making it one of the most ecologically diverse and geologically active landscapes on Earth. At the heart of Yellowstone's fame are its geothermal wonders. The park sits atop a massive volcanic hotspot, responsible for its geysers, hot springs, fumaroles, and mud pots. Among the most iconic is Old Faithful, a geyser known for its remarkably predictable eruptions, shooting boiling water high into the air every 60 to 110 minutes. This extraordinary display has fascinated visitors, scientists, and explorers for generations, symbolizing both the power and unpredictability of the natural world. Beyond Old Faithful, Yellowstone boasts the largest concentration of geysers in the world, with more than 500 active geysers alongside thousands of hot springs and fumaroles. The colors, steam, and constant activity of these features reveal the immense energy stored beneath the Earth's crust. Geology and topography in Yellowstone are equally remarkable. The park sits within the Yellowstone caldera, one of the largest active volcanic systems on the planet. Beneath its surface, a molten magma chamber fuels the geothermal phenomena above and shapes the landscape over time. Rivers such as the Yellowstone, Snake, and Madison flow through deep valleys and canyons, sculpting waterfalls, rapids, and sediment deposits. Towering mountain ranges surround the park, while expansive meadows, high plateaus, and forested hills provide habitats for countless plant and animal species. The Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone, with its dramatic cliffs and waterfalls, exemplifies the park's dramatic erosion and geological diversity, offering breathtaking vistas that reveal layers of ancient volcanic rock. Yellowstone's ecosystems are among the most pristine and complex in North America. The park hosts a remarkable range of flora and fauna, from lodgepole pine forests to alpine meadows. Wildlife thrives in the protected environment, including grizzly bears, gray wolves, bison, elk, moose, and hundreds of bird species. Yellowstone is home to the largest remaining population of wild bison in the United States, and its predator-prey dynamics offer scientists a unique opportunity to study ecological balance. The park's rivers, lakes, and wetlands sustain fish such as cutthroat trout and provide crucial habitat for amphibians and invertebrates, forming an intricate web of life across the landscape. Human history in Yellowstone is long and varied. Indigenous peoples, including the Shoshone, Crow, Blackfeet, and Bannock, have lived, hunted, and traveled across these lands for thousands of years. They understood the region's geothermal features, wildlife patterns, and seasonal cycles, developing cultural and spiritual connections to the landscape. With the arrival of European explorers and settlers in the 19th century, Yellowstone became a site of fascination and curiosity, its geysers, canyons, and wildlife capturing the imagination of scientists, artists, and tourists alike. The establishment of the national park was a direct response to the desire to preserve these extraordinary features from exploitation and commercialization. The park's rivers, lakes, and waterfalls are integral to its beauty and ecology. Yellowstone Lake, the largest high-elevation lake in North America, stretches over 136 square miles, its waters reflecting the surrounding mountains and sky. Waterfalls, including the dramatic Lower and Upper Yellowstone Falls, plunge hundreds of feet into the Yellowstone River Canyon, illustrating the park's constant process of erosion and renewal. Streams and rivers provide critical habitat for fish, amphibians, and mammals, while also supporting the park's intricate network of wetlands and riparian zones. The climate and seasonal changes of Yellowstone add to its dynamic character. Winters bring heavy snowfall, covering mountains and valleys in white, while summer melts reveal lush meadows, flowing rivers, and thriving wildlife. Spring and fall create transitional landscapes, with migrating animals, budding vegetation, and shifting river flows. visitors experience a constantly changing environment, emphasizing the interconnectedness of geological, ecological, and climatic forces. Yellowstone National Park represents more than a collection of natural features. It is a symbol of conservation and stewardship. By preserving this unique landscape, the United States established a model for protecting natural wonders worldwide. Yellowstone continues to inspire, educate, and challenge visitors to consider humanity's role in safeguarding Earth's extraordinary and delicate ecosystems. Standing amidst geysers, forests, and canyons, one is reminded of the power, beauty, and fragility of the natural world, and the foresight of those who recognized its value over a century ago. The park is, at once, a geological laboratory, a wildlife sanctuary, and a cultural treasure. Every eruption of a geyser, every bison grazing in a meadow, every waterfall cascading into a canyon tells the story of forces that have shaped the land for millennia. Yellowstone remains a living testament to the idea that nature itself is worth protecting, not only for the enjoyment of those who see it today but for generations yet to come. Yellowstone National Park today is more than a natural wonder. It is a hub of tourism, education, and conservation, drawing millions of visitors from around the world every year. Its impact extends far beyond its boundaries, shaping local economies, inspiring scientific research, and serving as a global model for national parks and environmental stewardship. Scene 2 explores Yellowstone's role in modern society, examining its cultural, economic, and ecological significance. Tourism is the lifeblood of Yellowstone, providing both economic and social value to surrounding communities. Visitors flock to see iconic landmarks such as Old Faithful, Yellowstone Lake, and the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone. Lodges, campgrounds, hiking trails, and visitor centers accommodate millions each year, offering opportunities for recreation, learning, and immersion in nature. Tourists hike the trails, photograph geyser eruptions, fish in pristine rivers, and observe wildlife like bison, elk, grizzly bears, and wolves in their natural habitats. Seasonal activities, including winter snowshoeing, snowmobiling, and guided wildlife tours, create a year-round draw that sustains local economies across Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho. The park's economic influence extends beyond tourism. Surrounding towns benefit from jobs in hospitality, transportation, guiding services, and park management. Local artisans, ranchers, and businesses leverage the park's popularity, providing goods and services to visitors. Nationally, Yellowstone contributes to conservation awareness and environmental education, highlighting the importance of preserving natural landscapes and the ecosystems they support. The park's economic and educational value is intertwined with its environmental integrity, demonstrating that ecological preservation and human prosperity can coexist. Education and research are central to Yellowstone's modern identity. The park functions as a living laboratory for scientists studying geology, volcanology, hydrology, ecology, and wildlife behavior. Yellowstone's geothermal activity, including geysers, hot springs, and fumaroles, provides critical insights into volcanic systems and geothermal energy. Ecologists monitor predator-prey relationships, biodiversity, and ecosystem dynamics, while climatologists study weather patterns and environmental change in this unique high-altitude setting. Educational programs for students, researchers, and visitors teach the importance of conservation, scientific observation, and respect for nature. These programs ensure that Yellowstone's legacy is both preserved and understood in a rapidly changing world. Wildlife conservation remains a cornerstone of Yellowstone's modern significance. The park protects species that were once on the brink of extinction, including bison and gray wolves, while maintaining habitats for elk, moose, bears, birds, and fish. Predator reintroduction programs, such as the 1995 to 1996 gray wolf restoration, illustrate the delicate balance of ecosystems and the importance of human intervention when necessary. Park managers continually monitor habitats, water quality, and vegetation to maintain ecological integrity, demonstrating a commitment to long-term environmental stewardship. Yellowstone's cultural and historical significance is also recognized and celebrated. Indigenous peoples have lived in and around the Yellowstone region for thousands of years, maintaining spiritual, cultural, and practical connections to the land. Tribes including the Shoshone, Crow, Bannock, and Blackfeet have stories, traditions, and sacred sites that predate the park's establishment. Modern park management increasingly acknowledges and incorporates indigenous knowledge, collaborating with tribal nations to respect cultural heritage while educating visitors about these deep-rooted connections. Geothermal activity remains one of the park's most compelling attractions, but it also underscores Yellowstone's environmental significance and potential hazards. Scientists monitor the Yellowstone caldera, one of the world's largest active volcanic systems, to predict earthquakes, volcanic activity, and hydrothermal eruptions. This monitoring highlights the dynamic nature of the park and the need for responsible stewardship in areas subject to natural forces beyond human control. Visitors witness both the beauty and the raw power of these processes, reminding them of the planet's ongoing evolution. Environmental sustainability and conservation are priorities in Yellowstone's management. Programs focus on minimizing human impact, preserving natural habitats, protecting water quality, and preventing pollution. Infrastructure, visitor access, and recreational activities are carefully planned to balance human enjoyment with ecological preservation. Educational campaigns encourage leave no trace practices, wildlife awareness, and responsible tourism. These initiatives demonstrate that Yellowstone is not just a place to observe nature but a living example of sustainable coexistence between humans and the environment. Yellowstone continues to inspire awe and imagination worldwide. Its landscapes appear in films, documentaries, literature, and art, making it a symbol of natural beauty, resilience, and the importance of conservation. The park embodies the vision of the 19th-century conservationists who recognized the value of protecting unique natural spaces for the benefit of all people, regardless of nationality, age, or background. Ultimately, Yellowstone National Park represents a fusion of natural wonder, cultural heritage, and human responsibility. Its geysers, lakes, canyons, and wildlife remind us of the power and beauty of the earth, while its management demonstrates how societies can protect and learn from these extraordinary landscapes. Standing on a cliff overlooking the Yellowstone River, watching Old Faithful erupt or witnessing a herd of bison traverse a meadow, one gains a profound sense of continuity, a connection between past, present, and future, and an understanding that the stewardship of nature is both a privilege and a duty. Visitors witness both the beauty and the raw power of these processes, reminding them of the planet's ongoing evolution. Environmental sustainability and conservation are priorities in Yellowstone's management. Programs focus on minimizing human impact, preserving natural habitats, protecting water quality, and preventing pollution. Infrastructure, visitor access, and recreational activities are carefully planned to balance human enjoyment with ecological preservation. Educational campaigns encourage leave no trace practices, wildlife awareness, and responsible tourism. These initiatives demonstrate that Yellowstone is not just a place to observe nature but a living example of sustainable coexistence between humans and the environment. Yellowstone continues to inspire awe and imagination worldwide. Its landscapes appear in films, documentaries, literature, and art, making it a symbol of natural beauty, resilience, and the importance of conservation. The park embodies the vision of the 19th-century conservationists who recognized the value of protecting unique natural spaces for the benefit of all people, regardless of nationality, age, or background. Ultimately, Yellowstone National Park represents a fusion of natural wonder, cultural heritage, and human responsibility. Its geysers, lakes, canyons, and wildlife remind us of the power and beauty of the earth, while its management demonstrates how societies can protect and learn from these extraordinary landscapes. Standing on a cliff overlooking the Yellowstone River, watching Old Faithful erupt or witnessing a herd of bison traverse a meadow, one gains a profound sense of continuity, a connection between past, present, and future, and an understanding that the stewardship of nature is both a privilege and a duty.